All right, everybody. Welcome to this edition of Cooking at Home and learning how to cook some wild game. I'm here with Mike Parsley, and he has whipped us up some what did you call it? Something turkey.
Turkey Schnitzel.
Schnitzel. So we've got turkey schnitzel here. We're going to try it and see how good it is, and then we're going to show you how to whip it up. So go ahead, Mike.
It's very good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
this
good.
is my daughter's favorite meal.
That's perfect. Tender, really good tasting. We're going to show you how to pull it all together here, so stay with us.
Then I like to try and get as much of this. It's really just what covers the muscle, this silver skin stuff. I try and get a little bit of that off if I can, so I can get it down just to the muscle. Try not to get a lot of the meat. Truthfully, it's more important when you're dealing with deer. Turkey, it's not so bad. Once you have the turkey breast cleaned up to the way you think it's good enough, what you need to do then is take saran wrap and go around the turkey breast and envelop the turkey breast into the saran wrap to make the turkey schnitzel. Right?
What's a schnitzel?
You know, I don't really know. But that's what they call it. So you just make sure you get it wrapped up, because what you're doing now is you're going to beat this thing until it's about a ½ inch thick. Okay, so you'll end up with a piece of turkey breast about that thin. And this thing, turkeys have huge breasts. This is not like you're dealing with a chicken. So this thing will wind up being, you know, about this big. So when you get there, if you're about that big and it's about that thin, then you'll know you're at the right spot.
It spreads out pretty quick.
Yeah, it doesn't do bad. Just make sure you cover it with saran wrap. And when you hit it, you're kind of sliding off of it, so you're pushing the turkey sideways instead of just beating it to death, you know.
Get there.
About to get there. It's just taking. Say it takes a minute.
Pretty flat.
Now that's about right. So when you get done beating the turkey breast to about a ½ inch, it gets really large. So that's kind of what it's going to look like.
And it might you might discover some more trimming that needs to happen.
Yeah, you can trim off what you think you don't want to eat. So when you get it there, what you're going to do is cut it into strips. Okay, strips that you know you would give to anyone to eat. So something like that.
So it's pretty much like a chicken strip, or
just like a chicken strip. That's
fish finger or something like that.
That's exactly what it is. Just like a chicken strip. That's why my little girls they love this. This is my daughter Audrey's favorite. meal. She calls it lemon chicken.
So could you do nuggets if you wanted to?
Yeah, you could do nuggets. You could, instead of just putting it into strips, you could trim it into nuggets. It'd be the same thing. You know, maybe even a little easier to cook. This is a very large turkey.
There's plenty more where that came from.
It's a big turkey. Then don't forget the turkey cutlet. It's the same thing. The cutlet has a piece of, you know, connective tissue right here. I try and get as much of that out as I can. And nobody wants to chew on that. Once again, you gotta beat it down a little bit.
It seems a little more tender than the breast.
Yeah, it is. All right, so that is what the meat portion of the recipe that you'll end up with. So you'll end up with just strips of turkey that just really looks like chicken tenders. So the next part is to put flour on them, and then an egg mixture, and then breadcrumbs. So we'll do that next.
So what's the ingredients, the main ingredients for the wash on the turkey strips?
Okay, so what you have is just egg, of course, and flour, and you can put about any seasoning that you want into the flour. But what I do is put Tony Chachere's in it.
Can't go wrong with that.
No. The thing is, you got to use a lot of this in this flour to actually make the turkey have any seasoning whatsoever. You got to put a lot more of this than you think. So that's the point of it.
So where do the breadcrumbs come into play?
Breadcrumbs come at the very, very end. So what you do is you dip the turkey in the flour mixture, and then into the egg, and then into the breadcrumbs. And that's really all there is to it. Alright,
Panco.
so what we did is we put the flour in one bowl, we put some Tony seasoning in it, we put egg in another bowl, and then breadcrumbs in the final bowl. So at this point, what you do is you get the turkey, and it's kind of like a conveyor belt. So you just take the turkey and you dredge it in the flour. You can do it all, or a lot of it at the same time, to get it coated with the flour.
So once you get it here, what are you going to lay it on?
I've got a wire rack over there.
You want this one?
Yep. That's it.
Need the rack.
Might need to. This turkey is enormous. I'd say that he would do a wild turkey exactly like this. Yes.
He'd say bam, though, wouldn't he?
Yeah, when he put the Tonys in there, he'd say bang.
Now you've got a mixture of 40C breadcrumb or 4C breadcrumb and Progresso here. So
Both of those, contrary to what you brought me, are both Panco breadcrumbs.
Okay.
You know, the stuff that matters.
Now, I've had a lot of luck with Publix brand.
I bet you had. Pour it on in there. Alright, so what I'm doing now is getting a pan, and you don't have to, I wouldn't call this deep frying anything. You just put enough oil in a pan, and I use vegetable oil. Peanut oil is excellent too. You just want an oil with a pretty high smoke point. That way it doesn't smoke up the entire house, and it doesn't burn, make the turkey taste burned. Don't use olive oil or something like that. So use vegetable oil or peanut oil, something like that, and you get it hot enough that when you put the turkey in there, the turkey actually starts cooking immediately, so that way it doesn't get soaked with oil. That's what a lot of people do wrong, is they don't get their oil hot enough, and so when they put something in there, it soaks it through with oil and instead of actually cooking it. So get the oil hot enough, just so when you put it in there, it's cooking immediately. All right, so what you do is you take your turkey cutlet and you place it in, make sure and place it away from you. Then you can just keep loading it up.
Nice golden brown.
Yeah. It doesn't take long to actually cook the turkey, and you're just really making it brown at the bottom. Those are Panco breadcrumbs.
Okay.
The difference is the edges are sharp and jagged, whereas a regular breadcrumb is just like a round breadcrumb.
So they're a little pokey, you'd say?
They're a little pokey.
Pokey, the technical term for
That's right.
for the coating.
That's good. I'm glad you came up with that term. Okay, so that's how you do it, Jason. That's how you make turkey schnitzel. Like I told you, this is my little girl's favorite meal. All three of them love it. The middle child, Audrey, she loves it. This is her favorite.
Well, I can see why.
They like it. You know, it's almost like chicken nuggets. So kids love this, and it's very simple to make. So that's how we make it.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Mike. I mean, this is great. Give it a try. The recipe's there online. And check out some of the other videos on making stuff at home, some wild game cooking, and that's at tnwildlife.org. So thanks for joining us for this episode, and we'll see you next time.